Hello, mothers. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I'm gonna pull a couple cards and tell you what I see in store for you. Okay. Does this want to come out, Spirit? We're gonna put it back. I just don't feel like that's meant to come out. All right, so let's see what's in store. Either we're talking about a literal Virgo or we're talking about analyzing a situation from both sides versus one perspective, okay? We also have life purpose message in reverse. Let's see. Don't overthink it too much when thinking about exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Leave it kind of like flexible where you can kind of alter things, change it. It grows into certain things. You know how you have singers that start off singing and then next thing you know they're rapping and next thing you know they're in movies, right? Or you have Rihanna. She started off being a singer. Now she's into cosmetics. So Spirit is kind of saying like, don't be so hard on yourself around figuring out exactly what to do as if you're going to be in it for the rest of your life, because you never know where or how you're going to be perceiving reality 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the line, and leave it open. And then I don't know why Stargirl the Practical Witch came in my mind, but she was like an awesome reader that I used to watch when I first started being drawn to tarot. But I think she changed her name to Anita Serene, and so she kind of like branched out from one name. So maybe yours isn't about the genre or what you're doing or the field that you're in. Maybe it's about how you want to brand yourself. Maybe you're struggling with what name you want to title it and how you want to connect it all to the bigger picture. And I feel like Spirit is kind of saying you can always change those things later. You know, hell, you may not like the name 3 years from now. And then when you feel stuck, what you going to do? Stay in the name or just going to change it? So it's kind of like Spirit is saying, don't overthink it. Don't be a Virgo about a situation. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart. So something isn't quite shattered yet as far as your belief systems. Some people don't really like it. What it's saying is some of y'all may not like collective messages. Interesting. So what old perspective? Oh, so fairy tale. Okay, so twin flame messages, fairy tales, analyzing who's your twin flame, what's your twin flame, how you both are meant to help each other discover more about yourselves. I feel that maybe you're trying to do those types of messages or you're trying to debate between two topics that you want to focus on. And yes, movies capture twin flame journeys all the time. Hancock, you name it. Notebook, you know, it just goes, the list goes on and on. So it doesn't only have to be messages that come through tarot. It can also be a work of art, an expression of a book, a movie, a song, right? They did, Evil Twin. They did rap songs about it. They do love songs about it. And so it's really, really widespread. We just don't really label it like that. Not everybody does. Or then you have Money Long, and she did Twin. Where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody. So those are major celebrities showcasing the journey, right? And the perspectives that they have around the journey. And so your perspective may be unique because we do have life purpose here. So I have to stay in the realm of what this reading is talking about. And what it's saying is it's the twin flames job, right? To shatter their old perspectives. It's not your life purpose to dictate what will happen. It's like you are a reporter or you are an expresser of that journey, but it's up to the people on the journey that determines how it plays out. And it will be very different from the collective. That's what Spirit is saying. They're a part of the collective, but they have their own complete separate journey that's way outside of the realm of something general, like the collective. Okay. So like I said, the purpose of the twin flame journey is to go through an awakening. The purpose of it is to be initiated onto your purpose and to discover more about yourself so that your partner can also learn more about themselves. So both of you guys discovering more and more about yourself through these triggers, these ebbs and flows. It's life's greatest teacher through experience, right? And so part of experience means that you're in the experience. It's a roller coaster. You don't know what to expect, right? Virgo energy in reverse is pretty much saying that the old perspective, that's like an old perspective where people feel like, well, that's what people used to have to do. They had to, what they say? They had to go through the experience for people to know that it was hot versus using the lessons before you in order to avoid certain pitfalls. What they're saying is the old perspective is still useful because the Two of Swords is sometimes the old perspective comes in as the oldest trick in the book, but also oldie but goldie, because it's the remedy that really cracks a person wide open. The Two of Swords is pretty much saying, I know the truth, I received the clarity, but I'm not ready to accept it. I'm not ready to open myself back up. So I want to stay in a stalemate position, restricting myself voluntarily, hanging out somewhere between the truth and a lie. Really, it's hanging out in between the universal truth and your own truth. And finding that it's easier to stay in the middle. It's easier to be neutral than it is to learn through interacting with this person or learn through exploring and analyzing this person from a psychological perspective. Either way, all of it sounds like bad news. And so it's difficult to listen to bad news. It's pretty much what you're saying back to the divine. It's difficult to constantly wake up every day and listen to bad news around what's not coming anytime soon. And so that's exhausting, that's draining, and it's hard to focus on yourself knowing that tomorrow is going to be the same energy like it was yesterday, the day before that, the day before this, the day before that. And Spirit wants to bring it back to self-discovery. When you listen to the readings and you feel as if the reading's not talking about you, but it's talking about that person, that's kind of impossible. You can't talk about this person in the same breath without talking about you at the same time. You know? So if you can see nothing being mirrored back to you that either you need to work on or improve, then it's kind of like it becomes a misuse of even watching these readings to begin with. It's like, why are you watching it then if you're not able to go within about it? Figure out, use it as a self-discovery tool, because that is the purpose of tarot. It's a tool, a divination tool to help you go within about matters you need clarity on. And then when you get that, you apply it. Otherwise, you can become codependent on just listening to it for entertainment. And it's not a reality TV show of a whole bunch of drama stories. No, it's real. It's real lives, real situations, real. But, everything's done differently. Maybe that's what you're trying to determine. Like, you don't want to misuse this gift. You don't want to, not really properly represent something. And so maybe that's also another thing that you're concerned about. I don't know. You got a lot that you're thinking about. And child, girlfriend, we're going to be here all day trying to flip through the pages of you. But what I can tell you is, it's complicated. One thing about this connection is it's complicated. And that may be why you have someone on block. And you don't want to consider what they got going on. You want to just focus on your life purpose. I don't know. What it's telling me is you were in a complicated, non-committal situationship with someone. They made you feel isolated. If you're the divine feminine energy, they made you feel isolated, ghosted, left out. And it forced you to walk away from that situation, block them, and stop dealing with them. So you can be happy and focus on yourself. Okay. You doing that winds this person up with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is pretty much saying that, like a cyclical clock, every 3 years or every 4 months, the energy will come back around. Every time there's a full moon, this person's energy gonna come back around. And it's a way for you to balance out or equal out the karma, the lessons, the experiences that you guys are supposed to trigger each other with. But you'll feel called to, okay, it's time to have a sit down with your twin. And it's time to explore what you have learned. And it's time to, pretty much process everything that you've engaged with every 4 months. They may project onto you that you're trying to get back with them or something like that. And you're like, boy, bye. Ain't nobody trying to get back with your ass. But I do feel like every single time that you guys have to cross paths with each other, it doesn't have to lead to it being sexual, but it will transform you in a way where you'll have a burst of inspiration and they won't even realize. But I do feel like whoever your twin is, they kind of already decided, like, they don't want to ascend this lifetime. They don't want to have a death and transformation. They don't want to awaken. And so it's like they're giving you permission to have your happily ever after. They're good down here, wherever they are. They don't want to live up to your expectations, and you don't want to come down to their limitations. And so what do? You stand there like Elphaba and Glinda, and you say, I hope you get everything you've ever wanted. And this is to your own twin. I hope you get everything you've ever wanted. I hope you are happy with your choice as we embark on 2 different journeys and 2 different paths. Straight up. Now, like I said, every time you guys will be forced to like deal with each other every 4 months or every 3 months, whether it's some type of transaction. But this person will ignite you, trigger you in such a way where you may go into the studio and you may invent the next best song, you know. You may, like, you become like this person. Every time they come back around, whatever restrictions, whatever stinginess, stubbornness that you have, they help you get out of your own way. And so they do serve some type of purpose. Maybe not the one that you like, but it's the one that gets you going, gets the people going. They light your fire. Knowing that they haven't changed, knowing that they still the same, provokes you. That provoking energy is exactly what the doctor ordered. Because you be playing it too safe sometimes, and you'll stay complacent, and you'll be like, I don't need to go out. I don't need to do anything. I'm quite content and happy in this situation. And this person come flying, come around the mountain when you come. And next thing you know, y'all going 30 for 30. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat down the stream. Merrily, merrily. That's what it is. It's a reminder. Like, every time I come back around, it's an opportunity for you to be reminded that you're that girl. Okay? It's like, the fuck? They gonna hype you up. You don't need no bestie. Yeah, you better hype your bestie up. And this person, right when you're about to start dating your divine counterpart, your twin's gonna trigger you. And they're going to trigger you in such a way that makes you real like bitchy. And you don't care what people say because you're grieving. And you're going to meet yourself a provider. And they're going to like the bitchy side of you. It's exactly what they've been looking for. Yes, honey. Yeah, you're not going to intimidate this person at all. They're going to kind of like that about you. It's like, hoo, 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 hoo. I laugh in the face of danger, honey. They can be able to tell that you going through something, and that's why you don't have the patience for them. But they like it because it lets them know that if anybody, especially if you say like, oh, I don't date or I don't really deal with people because I have a crazy ex or something like that. This person's going to love the fact that you have a crazy ex. You know why? Because they know that they feel like any man that is willing to become aggressive, abusive, wild, jealous, all those different things about you, it really, to them, what they see is you're so valuable to the point where you drive people quite crazy. Because they know a guy would only lose their mind when they feel like they have something so rare that they could lose. You get what I'm saying? And so to a provider, a true masculine energy, a true provider, what they see is treasure that another man lost. Right? Because from a man's perspective, you only lose your mind over something that was rare to come by. Okay, so this is someone that's old school. They know a thing or two about having a good thing in your life, which means they've lost something precious before. And so when they see another cat act crazy over something that they lost, they're like, oh yeah, I gotta invest in that. They may not tell you this, but it's like, yeah, that's mine. That's all me. That's all me now. You lost that. You should have changed, partner. I can't. This person gonna be. I feel like their confidence comes off cocky, but it's like cocky. You know what I'm saying? It's giving cocky. Ice drops. Okay, I'm out. Love y'all. Bye.